Welcome back to the show for his second appearance, Mr. Julian Edelman. Edelnut himself. He's back.
How you guys doing? Thanks for having me.
Doing great, man. It's Super Bowl weekend.
No job January over here, man. Just enjoying some free time and watching some good ball on Sundays, man.
Yeah, you're not used to that though. That's probably an uncomfortable feeling, huh?
Yeah, you know the feeling, dude. You know the feeling.
I get it. When you go to, you both have been to a bunch of Super Bowls and a lot of them in a short amount of time. Like your body clock is messed up that first time you're not in it. Right. You're like, what's going on? Like I'm growing a beard. I'm 5 years out. It just feels right. I'm like, what the hell are we doing? Why am I doing this still?
Don't change it.
It's stupid.
It's 80 degrees. You're not in Boston anymore, Jules. You don't need that.
I know.
All right. Well, should we get right into the Pats? What do you think?
Let's do it, dude.
How you feeling? What's your confidence level for the Super Bowl for the Patriots?
Well, I'm excited. I'm super excited. And I am very confident with the Patriots going into this game.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of talk about the easy road, the schedule, young football team going against a juggernaut. And a lot of these narratives are things that this organization has dealt with before. So, I'm very interested to see the coaches of the Patriots and what they game plan going into this thing. They've got a lot of experience in this. Vrabes, yeah, he's never coached in one, but he's got Josh McDaniels, who's coached in 10.
Yeah.
He's been a former head coach. Vrabes has played in this thing. So I just think there's a lot of value in that experience of the routine of the Super Bowl. Cause you guys know, more than anyone right now, this game is a different game.
Completely different.
And the little things that the coaches prepare you for, or at least me, I saw come to fruition in the game. So I think I'm excited with their opportunity.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, so there's something we wanted to ask you. It is a young team. There's a lot of guys that haven't played in it. You mentioned Vrabes, your organization, have a ton of experience in this game.
Right.
You yourself, obviously, ton of experience playing in this game in this week. What piece of advice would you give the guys that are playing in it for the first time? The Drake Mays and the young players. What would you tell them?
My advice would be is keep the routine the same. Maybe if you want, do a little couple extras. Like I'd always catch another like 500 balls after practice, or, something that wouldn't tax my body, but fundamentally get me confident, and keep the routine the same. You guys are here for a reason. It's because of how you prepared all year going into a game. It always worked, and it continued to work. So you don't have to do too much. And then one last thing I would tell them, be prepared for a marathon, not a sprint. This game is it's longer.
Yep.
Be prepared for, spurts of rhythm throughout the game and take advantage of that.
Yeah.
But know that this is a long game, and the team that wins is the team that makes the least amount of mistakes, not the team that makes the most plays. Right. If you watch, it's the team that makes the least amount of mistakes, left tackle, jumping off sides, a receiver not breaking hot on a hot route and it's an interception, the quarterback not getting the right protection, things that we're not going to see, that you need to check the box every, play when we're evaluating our plays after the game. Like, just don't have those negative plays.
Yeah.
The team that has the least amount of those wins.
Yeah.
Dude, it's crazy you say that, because a lot of the times in these big games, especially early on, you feel like you gotta be your greatest. You feel like you gotta make that extra, that crazy one-handed catch when no one expects you to make the play. But it's really just those little things that, you're getting that cutoff block on the backside. So if that thing, peels back to you,
so you can get 6 yards.
Exactly. Just so you can get a few yards and get downhill. Now you're not playing behind the sticks and things like that. It's such a easy concept to talk about, but when you're in it, man, you want to be your best, and you want to be the fucking one that catapults the guys to the next game or to the win. And it's like, man, if you just go out there and focus on doing those little things, the jobs, those big plays, when the instincts are when you're in it and those big plays need to be made, you'll make them by just like being you. You know, you don't got to be an extra version of yourself. So I'm so with you on that, man.
Absolutely.
And then, you know, like, and it sounds easy. Oh, hey, just do it. But the distractions and the, you know, the game ceremonies and the 28-minute halftime.
Yep.
There's so many different variables that make it so much harder than a regular game.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So that lull, it's not going to be a sprint. This thing's not going to happen after, you know, you stop, you hold the team 3 and out, you go and score. Oh, this game's over. You know, no, this thing's going to be a marathon. They're always close, more than they're not.
Right.
Which they can get to not being close. They can be a blowout, but more than not, it's usually a close game.
Have you talked to Vrabes at all?
Yeah, I talked to Vrabes week 3 when they lost to this. Who'd they lose to? Was it the Raiders? Or no, it was the Saints. Maybe. I had the Hall of Fame induction. Vrabes came to the ceremony, and that was like one of the last times they lost. But yeah, we talked a little bit. He kind of busted my balls, said I went a little long on my Hall of Fame speech, and told me, you know, he goes, Jules, you know, hey, just to give you a reminder, halftime, I know you're going to speak to the crowd and everything. Just remember, it's 12 minutes. All right, bud? It's 12 minutes in the regular season.
What a guy. You missed him by like 1 year, right? In terms of playing
yeah, I missed him by 1 year. He got signed to the Chiefs. I got drafted in. But we used to go to the Kentucky Derby together, and we had so much crossover that, you know, I feel like I played with them. And the stories about Vrabes lived on past Vrabes.
Oh, I'm sure.
Just man. In the locker room.
I can only imagine, dude. If you got a good one, please share, man. He's a Northeast Ohio guy, so watching Vrabes at Ohio State and then obviously at the Patriots is like fucking, I feel like he's like a part of my family for some reason.
It was always like, hey, you know, Vrabes would have killed you for getting on this taping table as a rookie before this guy, like little things like that. And then you always heard, you know, coach would reference, other coaches would reference, oh, you know, Vrabel would have ate that up on scout team, or, you know, this guy was one of the smartest football players that we've ever seen. And when you're hearing that from, you know, the coaches that we had that I think, you know, are pretty dang good.
Yeah.
You know, if they're going to carry a guy's name, he must have been doing something right.
Yeah.
Him and Rodney Harrison, they always talked about Rodney. They talked about a lot of those former guys, but, you know, they always talked about Vrabes in a great fashion. And it's been really cool to see him. He's always been a stud, though. Like, it's not like, oh, this is his first time doing good things.
Right.
He was great with Tennessee. He was, you know, when he went to Ohio State as a younger coach, and he's done great things, anything he's done. So it's been really cool to see.
Oh, yeah.
I was just going to ask you, what do you think has enabled him to have so much success so quickly in New England? Like in 1 year to be in the Super Bowl, to turn it around from what it's been the last couple of years. I mean, it's fucking amazing. Like truly.
It is. I think it's a combination of things. I think RKK, Mr. Kraft, making the right call, getting the right people in the building at the right time. I think it's the relationship between Elliott Wolf, Stretch, Vrabel, whoever's getting the players in. They've hit on a lot of their free agents. Milt Williams been lights out. Spillane's been lights out. Diggs in the offensive side's brought a new attitude to that receiver room. And then they have 11 rookies that they've drafted on the team. So, you know, they've been hitting on guys they brought in, guys they've drafted, and Drake May having Josh McDaniels this year, I think, has been huge. So I think it's a combination of like the perfect storm of things happening, and things can happen that quick in this league because, you know, it's built on parity, and the crappiest team is not as crappy as you think in this league. Like they're like 3 players, 5 players away, which can be hit in a draft or through free agency, however your team is built. So I think it's a combination of things.
Love it. Love it.
And Vrabes is a great coach, too, you know? Shit.
Oh, yeah.
We got Cooper Kupp coming on here after you, brother, to represent the Seattle side. 2 of the best wide receivers ever to play in the Super Bowl, man. Cooper's coming back for his second run at it. You got anything you want to say to Cooper? Have any questions for him?
Ask him. I've been making my French press coffee a little weird. How many? Just ask him what's the weight on how much I got to put in, because he's a big coffee guy. He did his dodo thing over here once. He gave me a coffee machine. We know he's the Triple Crown winner. We know he's still balling in the Super Bowl, and he's still balling at a high level at a high age. But I just want to know about the coffee. How do I get my French press right?
Dude, coffee is an underrated part about having success in the league, too. Whenever I get a young guy and he's not drinking coffee, I'm like, do you not like taking legal performance enhancers? Why the fuck would you not drink coffee? What are you doing, man?
I didn't drink coffee until I got in the league.
That's right.
Then I started chewing. I started drinking coffee. I mean, how do you get through these meetings?
That's right. That's right.
People don't realize this is like, you have to go to school before you get to just play football. It's like you're in class all day long.
Yeah.
That's so
absolutely.
Fucking good. All right. We got to ask about the French press, man. I'm actually curious about this one.
Is there anything you would say the Patriots win if they do X?
They get the ball off Sam Darnold.
Okay.
Patriots win if they can get the ball off Sam Darnold and win that turnover margin.
Yeah.
I really think if you get it to a nitty-gritty game, you have Milton Williams in the middle, Barmore in the middle together, getting pressure in the middle of the pocket and getting a takeaway from that explosive offense. I think, and they got to take advantage of it. I think they have that's their best opportunity of winning. Because I think Seattle, if you look at them, they're a complementary football team. We've talked about all year, all phases, special teams, offense, defense, but when they've gotten to hairy, nitty gritty games with teams, they've been able to beat them with all their units. I don't think they could do that with the Patriots. They're pretty dang good on all three units too. So I think when they get into a hairy game with a team that can nullify them on special teams and not give them an explosion play, or maybe hit them with the explosion play with Marcus Jones at punt return or kickoff. I think those are the types of teams that they struggle with, because then it presses on to Darnold to making a play. They got to get more in the drop back. They can't play on schedule with their run game always. Yeah. So getting the ball off Sam, getting that pressure in the middle of the pocket, I think it'll give them their best chance to win.
That makes sense, man.
I love it.
Makes all the sense in the world.
Interior pressure. If you look at all the Super Bowl teams that have won over the last few years, I mean, you look at dominant D tackles and controlling the middle of that freaking line of scrimmage, and it disrupts the run game, and then it pressures the quarterback. Everybody wants to talk about edge pressure. There's something about that interior pressure. And Milton Williams and Barmore are freaking balling right now, both of them.
Well, especially as a pocket passer. Sam, he's athletic. But he likes to do everything behind that center at 8-7 yards, wherever that spot is for him.
Yeah.
And he likes to deliver the ball off that play action. They do a great job moving it, but Sam Seen, he don't like that middle pressure. If you watch, whenever he struggled, It's because of that pressure right in his face, because it's hard to dissect that defense.
Absolutely. Gets him a little bit off schedule, gets him off target, and then all of a sudden he'll still throw it up there. All right.
Let's hit it with this last thing, dude. We got to know you're welcome to the Super Bowl moment. Out of all the Super Bowls you went to, man, what was the one moment that hit you that you can remember that was just like, man, I'm in it, man?
I really think there's two for me. From my first one, we lost against the New York Giants in 2011, and that was still early. That was still kind of almost pre-phone, still getting into the phone age. And
the phone age.
That first kickoff too, and you'd run, and I just remember seeing all the flashes on kickoff.
Oh,
and I remember seeing those flashes.
Dude, that's cinematic, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's super. I remember that, and the national anthem. When the national anthem's going, you see who's singing it. There's whatever celebrities there. So that, you start to feel the environment of how big this is. Yes. I think those two things were like my welcome to the Super Bowl moment. By the time we got there in 14 again, and then 16, then I kind of had a feel for it. But that first time, it's like, holy smokes.
Yeah.
Dude, you ain't
what
lying.
are we doing here, Batman?
Dude, pre-phone and pre-kickoff changed. Like the kickoff when it was the fucking kickoff. You know what I mean?
We're rolling.
Dude, we're fucking charged.
War Daddy! I'm going to go bust a wedge.
That's right.
That's fucking
And the
cool.
moment you said national anthem, I started getting goosebumps, because that is, and still, even when I'm at a regular game, every time I hear the national anthem, that kind of is like, for some reason, a very visceral moment for me. And I don't think it's just about the national anthem. It's something about like that. It's about to happen. Like that's always the trigger in our heads for
timing.
Yes. And at the Super Bowl, it just is at another level every single time. That's one of my favorite moments when they're videotaping everybody and you see guys just like so emotional, like just like caged dogs ready to get out there. And man, puts you right back into it for sure.
It really does, man.
The national anthem, anytime you watch it, like especially in the big games, you know, you got the jets flying over, you got the military there, the fans are going, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you got, you know, someone's crying. You know, that's that, because that, like you said, it's right. It's calm before the storm. It's about to go down.
Yes.
And it's been like that since we were kids.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right after the national anthem, we're going and we're playing ball.
Yes.
Let's
Headbutting
freaking
everybody.
go.
Fucking fire up, man. Oh, God.
Well, I'm fired up for the Super Bowl, baby. I can't wait. Pats, Seahawks. We appreciate you hopping on, Jules. You're the man, brother.
No problem, guys. Thanks for having me.
Thank you to Julian Edelman. Edelman did not disappoint.
Jules is the man, dude.
But we do have one more guest. We've heard from the Patriots side in contingency. Now it's time to go to Seattle. We have
the other wide out.
Oh man, we have the one and only Cooper Kupp.
Jason, why don't we get to some parenting advice voicemails?
Yeah, I mean, Brandon, can we? Which one should we pick? Some of these, or should we just start rolling through them? What do you think?
Wait, were you asking? Was I supposed to answer? Oh shit!
I mean, I said Brandon.
My fault.
Do
My-
Do you want to roll through them?
Hey, Brandon.
How you been?
I've been good.
Always happy to have you.
All right, 1 through 5.
Let me talk to your mom for a second.
Go ahead.
All right, first voicemail.
Hi, my name is Stephanie. I am a mom of 2 boys, and I was
Stephanie.
just calling to see what words of encouragement would you give an 11-year-old and a 7-year-old boy to encourage them to try another sport besides. My kids love contact sports. They love lacrosse. They love tackle football. They like to wrestle. They like to box.
Those are some good sports.
We want them to try
Have to box.
baseball, to try basketball, but they're kind of like tunnel vision with contact sports. They love it. They can't get enough of it. So what are some
I
words
like these guys a lot.
I like these guys. They're our kind of guys.
and 7-year-old boys to encourage them to try other sports?
Great question, Mom. You want to take
Great
that one?
question. Yeah,
What do
Mom, you got it?
How did you get us into all of them?
You know, your dad was a big part of finding, you know, different teams and things like that. But we always wanted you to just have a great time, have fun, keep busy. When you're moving, you're not getting in any trouble. Whatever sport you like, if you like, you know, contact sports, and do that. If you like sports that are, you know, playing badminton or whatever, do that. It's like you have to love what you're doing. Otherwise, you're not going to want to play.
Mommy, growing up, what was the one sport you loved watching us play the most, though? Like, what was the most exciting one
Well,
for
obviously,
you as a parent watching?
Yeah. Obviously, the most exciting was team sports, you know, where hockey was a blast because it was constantly moving. So you could watch there was no stopping. It was, you know, jumping off over the, the boards. You just were going all the time. So you were out there a lot.
You always had to keep an eye on us, too, in case we were going to throw our cups at you.
Yeah.
Very true.
But it was just, you know, I loved doing that because I paid attention to you and I got to watch you grow and blossom in hockey. But I also liked baseball because in baseball, you would be up to bat maybe once, maybe twice, and you would catch the ball maybe once or twice, unless you were the pitcher or the catcher, which Jason was. So he was constantly out there because he was catching and throwing, pitching.
They only put me on the mound when we hated the other team and they wanted to see me just strike fear into kids.
Yeah, and throw the ball like this close to their nose. Yeah, but I enjoyed the parents at those sports. Baseball, the parents were just awesome. And we
Mom
laughed
was
a
always
lot.
in the right. Yeah, mom was always in the right field in the baseball games, having having a comedy hour with all the other mothers on the team.
We were always telling jokes and laughing. It was great. And then they're like, wait a minute, my son's up to bat.
Yeah.
Mom, what do you think is the key to getting kids to enjoy sports? What did you used to do to try and get us to have fun or get us into new activities?
You were the ones that drove it. It wasn't us. You drove it. You said what you liked, what you wanted to do. If you wanted to be in a play, you were in a play. If you wanted to do swim cadets, you did swim cadets. If it's like we just went along for the ride. You guys drove everything. And that's the way it should be. Parents should stay out of it. They shouldn't push their kids into things they don't want to do. They're going to have a wonderful childhood. If they love what they do, they're going to get good at it. So that's as simple as that.
You guys did a great job of introducing sports. Like I remember Jason started playing football in middle school, and I was always 2 steps behind. So I was in 5th grade while he was in 7th grade.
Yeah.
And he was starting to play football, and I was like, man, I want to play football. I remember Dad took me down to Heights Tigers tryouts, and I saw how many kids were trying out for the football team at that age, and I was just overwhelmed with like not knowing anybody and understanding like as a kid, you kind of want to play sports with your friends or people that you know and things like that. And you guys always found teams where we knew the kids on the team.
Well, definitely we would check out, who the coaches were, what parents were there, who was involved, if there were a bunch of parents that were involved, or there were a bunch of parents that weren't involved. It's really important because as children grow up, they're not going to tell you anything. They're going to tell their friends stuff, and they're going to get to their friends' parents and talk to them. So I think you just want to surround your children with a huge group of individuals that are of like minds. So
yeah. I remember I was in middle school and I was playing for a new baseball team called CBA, Cleveland Baseball Academy.
Yeah.
And the academy they were very like respectable in the baseball community in Cleveland. And I thought that my talent was there, but it also said that I had to maintain a GPA of 3.0 to stay on the team. And I looked at my dad after the trials and I was like, Dad, I think I can play on this team, but I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can keep up this whole 3.0 GPA.
Yeah.
And so I ended up just cheating the system because when you're good at sports, they want you on the team.
Mom, what do if there's a kid you had, let's say we had a third brother.
If we had a third brother, oh my.
You have a third brother named Dale.
Yeah.
And Dale didn't like sports and he didn't want to do anything but sit in the house all day. Would you just let Dale sit in the house all day and not play sports or do anything extracurricular?
I would try to find something that they like to do. Anything to get them out of the house. Whether it was maybe they wanted to be a long distance runner. Maybe they were just like
this kid wants to do nothing. He's got no motivation, no friends. Hypothetical.
Oh wow, that's a rough one. Because you have to take a look at personalities too. I mean, you can't force somebody to do something. You have to find something they're going to like.
Why not?
No, they got it.
Your parents, of course you can. You're a mom. You can force them to do whatever you want.
All you can do is give them opportunity to find things that they like to do. So keep trying. You can lead them to water. Keep trying.
You can lead them.
They're not just at the house doing anything, Jason. They're into something.
You just, it's important, for social.
If it's video games, take them down to the arcade. See if they got what it takes to
socially
beat everyone else.
Because
in the city.
That's how everything is run in this world is on teams. It's like.
Well, right now.
Yeah, true.
Wait till AI takes over.
Yeah, I know. We're even going to have surgeries. I think you can find, what your kid likes to do. I think parents know what they like. So you just have to direct them in that way. Try to get them help. Let's say they're a musician. Get them some music lessons. Try to find out what they really, really like.
Passion is.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It's feed that. feed that passion.
All right, can we get to
Let's get to
the next question here,
let's
huh?
get to another question here.
I feel like this would be a better question for Donna, Kelce.
Lucky
But
for
as a
you.
mom of
Perfect.
2 boys, aged 4 and 1, what are some ways that I can cultivate their relationship so they grow up to be close brothers like Jason and Travis?
Man,
Ooh. What do you
2
got, Mom?
years apart is different than 3 years apart.
it is. It is. Yeah, that's a rough one. I don't think you cultivate anything. I think the dynamic of the family is the dynamic of the family. You know,
Yeah.
I didn't try to force anything. I didn't try to steer it in any way. I think kids are born with certain characteristics. I think some parents take too much, credit for their children's success and for their failures.
I don't.
I
It's
do.
all on you.
I
It's
think
all on you. If you got a shithead kid, it's on the parents. You got 2 Hall of Fame NFL playing
No,
kids. It's
I
all
don't
on
think
the parents.
so. No,
You got to have it both ways, Mom.
You know what, Mom? I think it's on the older sibling. I think eventually you gotta let the older sibling know. I think that's what you and Dad did a great job of.
Nope.
Is that you forced Jason to be my friend, and by doing this, Jason would then just torture me. He would find fun ways to say we're playing together, but in reality, like playing together with Jason was, hey, Travis, you want to go be the goalie outside so I could just rip slap shots at you in the driveway? Like, yeah, of course I want to play with you.
Oh, man.
I'll
Our
do that.
garage door was like pockmarked.
Family activities always wins.
I truly believe that children, no matter who the parent is, if they want something bad enough, it's going to happen. They just have to have a drive. Some kids are born with that are driven. Some kids aren't. All we gave you was opportunity. You guys ran with it. We followed what you wanted, what you thought was good. Unless it was against the law, we let you do pretty much, whatever you thought would be fun.
You guys help motivate it as well by having good family values.
Unquestionably, I'm going to disagree heavily with what my mother is saying right now.
right.
I think that if you want 2 brothers to love each other, as parents, you need to go above and beyond to make sure that both kids feel like they're getting loved and attention in the same amounts.
Yes.
And encourage the brothers when they celebrate each other.
Yeah.
I think that, like, for me, I think a lot of the siblings that I know that aren't close, or the ones that feel like they have like fractured relationships, a lot of those feel like there's like a competitiveness to the relationship with their siblings that, quite frankly, Travis and I just have never felt.
Yeah.
And I think you and Dad both did a great job our entire lives of like taking me to Travis's games to watch him play, having Trav come to my games to watch me play. Like, there was a concerted effort by both of you to not only celebrate both of us, but to have each of us celebrate our brother. Right.
Yeah,
and I think
so.
I think that's the answer personally. And you have to,
That's a good point.
It's going to be competitive naturally. You want to be competitive. Then you have to have Dad tell the older one that, or Mom tell the older one to lose sometimes to make the younger one feel better. Sometimes it's got to happen. Just going to have to bite your tongue,
This guy.
No, that never happened.
Can't fool me. I just learned how to flank. You can't fool me.
He got better because you wouldn't let him win. So
that's what I tell myself. Travis is so much better than me because I beat the shit out of him all the time growing up. All right.
But then you also reveled in each other's wins. I mean, you were happy when Travis won. You were there rooting him on.
Still am.
It went both ways, So
for sure.
Happy when I lost too. It was crazy.
No, I mean, well, sometimes when I knew you needed it. All right, here we go, Brandon. What's the next one?
That was gold.
And you have to have a good sense of humor too.
What's the next one? What do we got?
Hi, Jason. Hi, Travis. My name is Eileen. I am from Orlando, Florida, and parenting advice. Now, Jason, I know you have really small children, but
you're going to blink
and they will be teenagers. So I've got a 17-year-old son who's a senior in high school. He's trying to make a college decision, and he currently wants to change all of his plans to follow his girlfriend to where she's going to college.
Ooh.
Should I let him? Give me your best advice on how to
man, that
navigate
happens a lot.
I don't know if I should let him make a life-changing decision to follow her, but should I also follow or stop young love? Let me know what you think.
I don't know. Should we let Mom take this one first, or do we take a stab at it first?
I wouldn't even know where to go with that.
It's hard.